I'm going to go to financeyahoo.com, enter JPM. Next year's expected dividend is $5. Don't ask me how I got this number. I'm going to come up with a proper discount rate. I'm going to leave G as blank for now. Let's do the same thing for Bank of America. 104. And for now, I'm going to assume that growth rates, these are major banks, so they should grow roughly at the rate of the economy. Expected growth rate over long term of the economy is about 2.5%. Add another 2.5% for inflation. So I'm going to take these to be 5% each. Remember, these are simplifying assumptions. The estimate of value that I get is only as good as these inputs. There's an old adage in computer science: garbage in, garbage out. If your inputs are garbage, your output is going to be garbage as well. Certain methods are somewhat resilient to garbage inputs. In fact, in upper level finance classes, we use one such method. It's called the residual income model. But for now, we go with this. So for JPN, $5 divided by 888. Come on, look. And 2886. Current price. Let's find that out. Let me add it. About 211. If indeed the inputs that I have used are reliable, this basically says JP Morgan is seriously overvalued. Okay. Either A, the growth rates of JP Morgan is a lot higher, or the discount rate is lower, or a combination thereof. Let's do the same thing now for Bank of America. $104, $936. Maybe I should do this. I don't know why it's doing it. Right, 85. And current price is 40. This also shows that it's seriously overvalued. One might ask, assuming that the discount rates that I used are proper, which is could be a big if, we're going to kind of handle it in chapter 11. In fact, in upper level finance classes, we have even better methods to do it. For example, in investments class, I'm going to go over those kinds of stuff. But let's assume that's the case. I'm going to actually kind of get an implied rate of growth. Given the price, assume value is the same thing as the price, which means assume that these are properly valued. Given D1 and R, what is the implied growth rate? We have our equation. We can solve for this. We have a special name for this. We call that dividend yield. So in a sense, expected return from owning a stock is equal to sum of the dividend yield plus the growth rate. In fact, it turns out that this is also the capital gains yield. In general, under the DGM, the dividend growth model, case one, you can show that PT plus one So if the company is trading at $20 a share now, and the expected growth rate is 5%, I'm sorry, raise that to the power of t, then you should expect the price 10 years from now, for example, it should be P0. So you should expect the company to trade at $32.58 10 years from now. You may hear sometimes equity analysts give you their target prices in 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. They kind of estimate a growth rate, and based on that, they use this kind of equation. All right. But more importantly,